They should whatever
they
on the shred line should be trash. Whatever's on the shred line should be trash. If it's not the glass, run it over to the trash line.
You know when you gotta answer your call anytime it rain, you know you're important. You got to answer your call phone anytime it rain, boy. You are executive.
They pay the phone bill.
Damn, you are executive, boy.
They pay the phone bill, man.
Hey, man.
You gotta if they pay the bill, you gotta respect it and answer.
Hey, you ain't got to tell me nothing. You answer that phone, hey, you are executive, man. My man has changed, man. My man has changed.
Lay low, mate, on the beat. Cowboys Raw Uncut. 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 Cowboys Raw Uncut.
That's it. He's biased. He's biased.
He said go drink.
Because you're right.
Yeah.
Once again, here we are, man. Cowboys Raw Uncut, man. It's the crew, man. We back in the building, back in the studio. I got the fellas with me, man. OG, we got Slick, we got Young Terry and Steve-O, man, and I'm Dre. But yeah, Cowboys coming off at 30-14. Beat the Panthers, man. That, ain't nothing to brag about. Coop Rush had 18-29 for 214 yards, 3 touchdowns. Rico had 25 carries for 149 yards. CD was 9 receptions for 116 and 1 touchdown. It was a history setting day. I think Micah, he had the most 2-game sacks in the first 4 seasons since Reggie White, Richard Dent, and J.J. Wyatt. So, hey, man, what's your mindset, moving forward, man, after this win against the Panthers?
That Cincinnati loss hurt just a little bit more for me. I know some of my brothers wanted to tank and get the better picks, but that Cincinnati loss just hurt a little bit more for me. That would have put us at 7-7, 3 games against playoff teams.
6 and 7.
And then with this win,
would have
put us 7-7, right? With that, ain't we 6-7 now?
Right.
So
yeah. That's right.
So we'd have been 7-7 if we'd have won that one.
Damn.
In the hunt, not where we. But with Washington as one of the teams, as the last place team, and having to play them one more time, it could have got a little interesting. But you know me, I take all wins at all times. So and I ain't gonna say it was just the lonely Panthers because they've been playing good ball these last few weeks. They've been playing some real good ball, and we was the underdog.
That's right.
If we could find some way to play spoiler from here on out, I'll be all right. Because if the playoffs ain't in the picture, why not ruin somebody else's seed at this point? Like it's Washington,
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay. Feel like I don't know what their records is looking like, but it would feel good to be that spoiler this year because it ain't getting no better and it ain't getting no worse at this. You know what I mean? At this point, because there's so many bad teams that's worse than us, and there's so many good teams that are better than us. So if we can just be in the way right now, I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? Fuck it. At this point, might as well. Hey, man, if I can get Washington a bad matchup in the playoffs and see them exit the first round, I'm all right with that. I'm a hater at this point. If I get Washington a bad matchup, I'll get them a bad matchup. Somebody they don't want to play. You know what I mean? I'm okay with that.
So you back on the winning train?
No, I'm not on the winning train. I'm on the spoiler train. If that's what it takes. Yeah,
to spoil, you got to win.
I'm a full-blown hater right now. I have nothing else to cheer for. So.
Okay.
Washington, fuck y'all. It don't really. If we could spoil y'all in some type of way, I'm okay with saying with Philly. I don't know how that would help. How that would get in their way. I would love to just be in the way right now, man. I'm okay with if we win it.
I don't care either way. I just don't want to sustain any major injuries like the Deshaun. I want to stay. I don't want any more of them. However this rest of the season plays out, just gotta stay healthy. I don't need any major injuries like that.
So do you sit players? Are you talking about sitting people now?
Nah, ain't no
I'm just
sitting.
saying. I'm not saying. I'm saying either way for me. Whether we sit them, whether we play hard, I just either way. I just
If we
don't
sit 'em-
want any more.
But if we sit them, it's like
Major
almost
injury.
conceding. If we sit them, is it protecting them the same thing? But if if you putting second and third stringers in there to save your starters,
well,
you're kind of tanking. Yeah. So
Well, I mean,
to
I
protect them, I
guess-
get what you're
happening.
saying.
Well, I guess you could say that, but
It's
I'm
not
sure
gonna
there's-
happen.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen, but
It's not gonna happen.
And the thing is, there's no way to protect in football. There's no way to protect your players from major injury
Except
at all.
sitting
So
them.
except sitting them. So it's kind of if we want to,
See, I
if
don't
we want
see
to
it
limit
as
the injury, sit them.
I don't really see, like at this point, I don't really call it tanking when you know your position. Like I guess it is because mathematically we're still alive for the playoffs.
No. Even with that you're still tanking. You're tanking for a better draft pick than what
Right.
you would get. Right now we're 12th. If you sit all your starters,
14th.
You're 14th. You're sitting all your starters. You're basically saying we're trying to move down to the
But
10.
how much more?
I'm trying to mask it by saying I'm trying to stay healthy.
Correct.
You know, what I mean? It's an excuse.
correct.
It's a
Yeah,
bulletproof
because you
excuse.
go 0
It's a
3,
bulletproof
you go 0 3, you move up. You go 3 and down, you fall
excuse.
down.
And you sit players.
To be honest though, it's just 3 playoff teams. You can go 0-3 starting your starters.
Right.
That's right.
You know, man.
real.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Like I
Tampa
said, I
Bay
just
8
don't
and 6, Washington 9 and 5, and then Philly.
Is
the
Tampa
way
Bay in
I
the run
feel-
right now?
You could lose all 3 of them trying to win, no tanking
True.
with everything you have. So
True.
Yeah, for sure.
So we
Sit 'em
might as
down?
well try
What
to
you
play
say, sit 'em down?
spoiler. It's time to play spoiler.
what y'all said.
You trying to sit him down? You trying to
Let's
sit him
try to
down?
build
No,
on something.
you know I ain't. I don't want to sit no back.
Yes, yeah,
I'm saying
Slick
bring
been
Bring
winning.
D-Line back.
Yeah,
I'm saying
yeah.
bring Lawrence back. Let's
Yeah,
let's
For
load
yeah,
up.
For
yeah.
what? What we-
So we can spoil. I just want to win, bro. I just
He's not.
I'm with it. I'm with the
under any
win. I'm with the
circumstances,
win.
I just want to win.
At this
man.
point, because it ain't gonna get no better
He's
or no
not coming
worse.
back.
And then not only that,
And the free agent.
Make it interesting. Give me something to watch.
it make it
Give me
interesting
something to
and
do.
it can build momentum into the next season for the players. You know, for the players. So,
If we build momentum for this player, that means we're gonna have McCarthy back. That's what that sounds like.
well,
it's already
I don't
locked
know about all
I
that.
think it's
Sound
already
like
locked
what they
in.
trying to campaign for, man.
What's the option?
I'm
what's
cool
the
with
option?
it. I deal with it
With who?
only if we let Schottenheimer run the offense.
I ain't cool with it.
I ain't cool with it.
It's gonna
but
happen.
If I'm gonna deal with it,
I
that's
know.
the only way
I
I'm
believe
gonna
it.
deal
It's
with
gonna
it.
happen.
Nah, I ain't
If
cool
I'ma
with
deal
it.
it. That's the only way I'm gonna be able to
know,
deal with it. Take the play
if-
calling out of his
Here's
hands.
what I was
Hold on, real
thinking.
quick before I forget what I was gonna say. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you. But if he comes back, please be the last 4 to 5 games, McCarthy, that's running the ball more. I don't think you are. I think you're just doing this because Dak's out. But please run the ball more. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you.
Nah,
I
I
was
don't-
saying, like, at this point of the season, whether it's tanking, I just think that.
Well, it's not tanking.
Well, no, I just think that it's a lot of players on our team that need more development. And,
Like,
Who?
well, like a few of those backup defensive back positions, whatever's on the bench now.
Amari or whatever his name
all
is, he's
those
gone.
guys.
one year or
Oh, yeah, he
whatever.
got
A lot of
he
them
got
guys
toasted. He
that's
got toasted
playing.
this
I know
weekend,
it was
too.
wrong,
He got
though.
toasted this weekend,
Just
too,
a
man.
few of them got like, and I guess y'all see it as tanking, but
That's tanking,
at
bro.
4 games left, when you're not going to make the playoffs,
3 games.
3 games, you're not going to make the playoffs. You know, you can get some guys some rep in game situations. That's all I'm saying. I mean, and whether they do it, whether they don't, it makes a difference. Like Rick
What
said.
guys?
He's talking preseason play right now.
What guys?
That's what I'm hearing. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
Sound
Let's
like
go.
you like we were in the
They-
preseason.
they're
Yeah,
already
that's what it sound
playing.
like.
Pretty much.
It's preseason play right
And they
now.
already in the game. They getting in the
They
game.
already playing.
Who's not playing?
Preseason
Who's
game,
not
man.
playing? That's why I
Because
don't.
Diggs is down there, right?
Yeah, who ain't in there?
Unless you expect to have another injury-ridden year, man, like you wouldn't normally see these guys. So unless we plan on another injury-ridden year,
Or a bad free agency signing year where you ain't got no depth out there.
you ain't gonna see these guys.
So check 1, 2.
But we'll revisit this next year.
Go ahead, Steve-O.
I'm just telling you what it is. We see it every year, man. We see the same thing every year, and y'all talking. We see the same thing every year.
So check 1, 2. Speaking of injuries, word on the streets is this knee injury to Trevon is serious, and he could possibly miss out on majority of the 2025 season, like Demo. So with that being said, how do y'all feel about cutting Diggs?
Rough one. It's like taking you have to remove your feelings from
To
that.
save some of that cap?
You gotta remove it. You gotta remove your feelings from this
How
situation.
much dead cap is he gonna count against us to cut him?
Only way to cut him is to remove your feelings, man. Like that's the only way to
can't.
cut him, dog. That's the only way you can
So
cut Diggs,
so
bro.
because you got to
Southside
think,
Street did.
you get if you
Yeah,
look at
yeah,
him,
for real.
if you really look and pay attention, I mean he was out all last year. Where he played 2 or 3 games last year, and then now this year he was out he played most of the season, but he was out a lot of the season, and then you see what I'm saying. So a lot of the locker room talk that Jones is not happy with his rehab and what he's been doing and stuff, man. So as fans, do we want to see him go, or how do we make that business
I
decision?
think it's bullshit. I think
don't.
it's bullshit, dog.
Thank you.
Because Jerry, man, kiss my ass, bro. You gonna sit there and now you want to throw him out. You want to throw Trevon out because he had a few injury-ridden seasons when he's given effort.
But
major
business
effort
is
to-
business, and hold on,
But you
Tyree.
can't pick
Tyree,
when
you
you wanna
was
do
one of them
business.
ones on
And I agree,
Trayvon.
but no,
You
but
was one of them ones saying he
look,
wasn't.
but the-
He was
People
ducking the
playing these guys
smoke. You
in
was saying he was
meaningless
ducking the
minutes.
smoke.
Look,
You
listen,
saying he was
and I
ducking the
agree with
smoke.
that, but
All
my
right.
thing, look, so my thing is the hypocrisy there. Because
Keep
how do you
playing these
pick and
guys
choose?
in meaningless minutes.
Yeah, man, Jerry's picking and choosing when he wants to do the right thing. Which is, you stay on one side of the fence, bro. How
That's
you
a
be
Jerry
business
hat.
here? How you
That's
be
a
business
Jerry
here, but
hat.
not business when it comes to signing Dak early and signing CD early, or when it comes to making the moves that you need for your team to get better? But then you want to cut this man because he's injured and say it's just business? No, pick a side of the fence. Are you gonna be a good GM or a bad GM? You can't pick and choose there. Let the man stay because that's what you would do. Now you want to cut here because that's easy. You know what I'm saying? You got to out by saying you're injured. You know what I'm saying? But you got guys that's playing bad every week. You know, guys that you're keeping around and paying. Who's playing bad every week? Donovan Wilson. You know what I mean? Malik Hooker.
But
ain't
you
playing
think
great
he'll be
either.
back next
Yeah,
year?
Donovan Wilson, Malik
You
Hooker.
think
We
he
didn't
gonna
cut
be
these
back
guys
next
up.
year though?
Who, Donovan?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't think
Like,
so.
You don't know with Jerry no more. So my thing is that
Who's his replacement?
The fact that you could talk about cutting Trevon to save money, but not restructuring contracts to save money. You know what I mean? Not signing these players when you should have, and giving them the leverage to come in and crack you across your head. So don't pick and choose. with
So
that
you
man,
cool
man.
with seeing Trayvon in 2026? You
'cause
cool
he's
with
still
waiting for him?
He's still a lockdown. He's still a lockdown when he's healthy. He just had a bad run because it wasn't all that when he was doing his thing the first couple of years. We didn't have these conversations. So he's had as many good years as he's had bad years.
Who's up?
Let's
who's
wait
on-
till put it on the scale, bro.
And it's
Put it on the
crazy.
scale. How's it
It's
way out?
crazy
Who's on
'cause he
deck?
took a team
How's it
friendly
way
deal.
out?
Who's on deck?
You go out and do something in free agency. You don't let him go, but you get ready
put
to
your
move
Jerry
on. You
hat on.
draft. No,
Put
you
your
draft. No, again.
Jerry had on. Go
I can't put my Jerry hat on because my Jerry hat tells me not. The classic Jerry wouldn't cut Trayvon.
Who's the backup?
Go
Who's
get
the
Gilly.
backup?
Go get Gilly.
Go get Gilly.
Who's the
Gilly,
backup?
he was serviceable.
Man, go get Gilly.
He was serviceable.
He can hold it
Yeah,
down.
Serviceable.
Gilly,
You can go get a rookie. You
Gilly
And
can
I'm
go get a
telling
rookie.
y'all
Gilly
though,
out
but
tonight,
I'm telling y'all though, man,
I get it.
Trayvon. I'm saying, I feel like before
better.
Trayvon, remember when he set them 2 games, and we had our backups. I felt like the defense was doing all right when Bland came back, and
Yeah.
then when Trayvon came back against Natty and all, it looks like
hurt.
I know he was still hurt. That's what I'm saying.
Man, they drug that man back while he was hurt, just so he could
wasn't
check Chase, because the rest of them wasn't.
See?
They try to force him back to face
'cause he
Chase,
said
and
he
he
been
got
playing
hurt.
with fluid on his knees.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Now
Yeah.
you got cartilage damage. That's mismanagement. That's what it sounds like to me. You know, now you gonna put that out there that he didn't do well with his therapy coming out of the injury. Like that's bull.
Yeah.
Like that's Steven
It's just
Jones
out,
written all
man.
over it, man. and it's dirty. You know what I'm saying? It ain't cool. It's dirty. And you're not interested in making his team better.
I won't keep Trevon. Yeah, I won't keep
So how does that look for us in the following
season? When you
Right.
cut him, what you
That's
gonna do with the
the
money
good
when you
question.
save it, Jerry? Like, what you gonna do with the money? Like, just be honest. You trying to save money for what?
It's
what
already
you gonna
been
do
out
with
there
it?
how you can restructure and come up with $100 million for the year.
Yeah, man, Jerry.
So
you're a piece
the
of shit if you
information
do
is
that.
there. The people know it. Like, we know this. You can't keep selling us a dream. We're not gonna buy it.
Jerry's
save
the
money.
Wizard
What
of
you gonna
Oz.
do with the
Pay
money?
no
What you
attention
gonna
to
do
the
with
man
the
behind the
money,
curtain. Jerry's telling y'all pay no attention to
What
the
you
man
gonna
behind
do,
the
man?
curtain.
What you gonna do with the money,
Yeah,
bro?
don't
You
worry
save the
about
money. Tell me what you gonna do with it. What you gonna do, bro? I don't understand it.
But I get the trading with Diggs thing as the business aspect. I do, but my man played for us hurt. When he was out there, he played at an all-pro level 1 year. He held it down for us this year while Bland was hurt the whole year. So that means if Bland get hurt again, are we cutting Bland too? I'm just man. I'd rather keep Trevon for real. I like Trevon.
I think
I like Drake.
picks and
He
chooses
keeps a side in check for us, man.
Yeah,
like
man.
It just makes it that much easier on the defense and our pass rush to get there.
Kill up Trey.
So
Yeah, you're right.
speaking of keeping the players, if you were to keep two more of these players between who are, I guess they free agents this year, and you had to re-sign, you only could re-sign two. We could probably do all three, but just say you only was gonna do two between Osa, Jordan Lewis, and Rico. Which two would you keep?
Give me Osa. Jordan Lewis.
I agree. Oh man, I don't know. No. I mean, because Jordan's a little longer. He's getting longer than tooth right now. Rico's still.
I need
Rico's
Rico
still another
back.
2 years.
I'm saying
Rico's
Rico
like another 2-3
and
years.
Osa.
Man, Jordan Lewis long.
I need
But
Rico.
at the same time, if we just sit here saying
He is.
I
But
say
you talking about- you talking
Rico
about for another
and
3-4
Jordan.
years?
Yes.
For another 3 years? You talking for another 3 years?
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm
How
saying
old is
Rico
Jordan
and
Lewis
Jordan
now?
because Sam Williams can come back and do some things.
Nah, you need depth down there. We getting Atlanta's getting hammered and bammered slammered.
But do you think that
He's 20.
Jerry putting your Jerry hat on is gonna pay Osa the money that
He's
he's
gonna be the odd man out.
Osa is?
They gonna find. They might surprise you.
You said what would we do? Are you asking
Yeah,
what
yeah,
Jerry
yeah,
had
yeah,
on
yeah.
or what would I do?
yeah
depends on
yeah
if you take his
but
side.
Because that's
But-
two different things. What Jerry gonna do? Jerry gonna try to get Rico and J. Lou to do team friendly deals, and he gonna get all three of them. Try to get all three of them do team friendly deals, but them would be the two that he tried to.
Jay Lou took He took like a 2-year deal extension on his last one, so he might do something else like that. They might try to get Osa on the old 5. Try to get a team friendly number out of him.
Man, Osa just had a hell of a game this last game.
shout out to
Lucky
Osa,
man,
man.
a good
Old
year,
Diggy.
But talking what Dre just said and taking in consideration of the Diggs injury,
That's what I was
no way you cannot.
taking. Jay.
No
You
way
need every
possible.
corner you can
No
give.
way possible you
And you
can't.
can't give up one of the better corners in the league, man, after losing one.
And the fact that we don't really
Another
run the
one.
ball. We don't really run the ball anyway. You know what I mean?
And we can get another running
you
back,
just-
man. We can get a couple
We
of
ran the ball last week.
But but
Week before that?
traditionally,
We ran the
Look,
ball
look,
more
look.
than we did.
Don't take his fool's goal, Dre.
What fool's
Go,
goal?
bro. It's fool's goal, bro. It's fool's goal.
Hold on. It's his fool's
He's
goal
not gonna
for
do
you.
that with Dak
Hold
comes
on,
back.
it's his
He's
fool's
not gonna
goal
do
for
this
you.
when
Hold
Dak
up,
comes back.
3 straight. This is the first undrafted free agent with 3 straight 100-yard games since Arian
I
Foster.
get it. Okay, look, I'm not denying that. I'm not
Hold
denying-
on,
look,
dog. You can't just say it's
Who
fool's
is your-
goal
but who is your
when that's
goal? No.
making history.
No,
I'm not saying he's
not
full
saying
goal.
he's full goal.
I'm
He's
saying-
saying the
No,
running
I ain't
game.
saying. I'm
running
saying.
game.
I know that you're saying Rico's not fool's goal, but
Right.
I'm just
McCarthy's
saying
fool's
McCarthy's full goal.
he's running the ball though.
But he's doing this because
Wow,
Dak is
Dak's
out.
out.
Dak is out. Who's your quarterback?
Is he gonna run the same?
No.
When Dak got hurt last time, we did the same exact thing. We ran the ball and played defense.
Yeah.
And when Dak came back, we forgot all about
This
that.
This is Cooper protection right now. This is Cooper protection. This is rush protection.
We've been fussing about it, so they finally heard it, and they, like I said, he just named him the damn running back 2-3 weeks ago.
So,
why couldn't it been the not having the control early on because upper management was trying to force Zeke in there?
You still wasn't running it with Zeke in there.
It's just not in McCarthy's DNA to run the ball, though.
Yeah, I'm saying you still wasn't running the ball with Zeke.
I mean, it's a known fact. Even his old players like, nah, he's not much of a run the ball play caller, but he's gonna throw it.
I agree with y'all to a certain extent.
In his DNA, man, because when shit get rough, he gonna go back to what he knows.
I agree with that too. But if I can still get 149 yards when he does decide to run, that's enough.
Absolutely. If that's what he's going to do.
What?
That's why I'm torn. Because if we take this game plan and implement it with Dak, we'd be all right.
Okay, well, let me give you the scenario. Which game did he do that with Dak on that we won?
Pittsburgh.
So he has shown that he can do it with Dak.
And the very next game after that, we ran the ball like 10 times.
I agree, but don't try to say it's just Cooper Rush that he's done this with when we have a game that he showed that he could do it with Dak.
And then that was the first game that we didn't have D-Law and Parsons. So he was kind of trying to run the ball to keep our defense off the field. And I like it. I like it. Keep it up.
I think you got to pause. I think you got to pause for a slight moment.
Go ahead.
Just a slight pause. Now, I'm waiting to see what the next couple of games hold, being that Philly and the Bucks are better run defensive teams than the teams than we played, than the Giants, than the Bengals, than the Panthers. And I'm just saying,
all three are bottom of the run defense.
I'm just saying, when we struggle to run the ball and we get 6 or 8 runs, is he going to freeze up and get nervous and start throwing the ball? That's
if somebody jumps out on you, but you failed to mention Pittsburgh. Were they a good run defense?
Well, I'm just talking about the last 3. I'm talking about the last 3 games.
Okay, but I'm saying, but he's proven that he
100.
could run the ball against a tough defense is all I'm saying.
Well, I'm just saying opposed to Rico's 100-yard games and how we really, really ran the ball the last 3 games.
So
now,
were we not saying that Carolina was a tough defense?
Yeah, but the run defense of the last 3 teams we faced were a bottom tier of the league.
They're last in the league.
Okay, well, I would have liked to know that in the preview.
My son's a Panthers fan, so I already know they're the very last against the run.
But that's not the issue, because just when you play bad teams, you're supposed to beat them bad, and that shows that if you're playing bad run teams, run down their throat like we did. So that's promising. I just want to see us do it when we're struggling a little bit. I want to see us stick to it when we're only down 10, where we can still stick to it and not get nervous.
I agree with y'all on that point. I don't think he'll stick to it.
and that's the thing.
That's what I want to see. Maybe he has seen the last 3 games, and maybe he's a little more confident. So maybe we do bust a little more the next couple of games as possible.
As Steve-O said, man, he won a Super Bowl not running that ball. Why? Because he won 3 games, he's gonna change, man. He won a Super Bowl throwing it.
When did that go out? What week was that?
Shit.
Was it before Atlanta?
Yep.
He played in Atlanta.
Philly?
He played in Atlanta.
Was it Philly?
It was cool.
That was Coop in Atlanta?
So I can tell you this. You
think
look at
so.
You look at Rico's.
That's the game he got hurt. Is that the game he got hurt?
What's that?
Atlanta. That's the game he got hurt because he's trying to run it.
I don't know.
I forgot.
Okay, so when you look at Rico's attempts,
I look it up though.
So when you look at Rico's attempts, his max was he had 20 against Pittsburgh, right? So Dak was healthy that game. He had 20 against Pittsburgh. Before that, we have 8, 7, 8, 11, 5, 12.
Yeah.
Now his running attempts, his rushing attempts, we got 12 at Atlanta, 12 at Philly, 10 at Houston, 19 at Washington, 22 in New York, 18 in Cincinnati, and 25 on Carolina. Those numbers increased.
My bad. It was week 9 against Atlanta.
So after that, we got 12, 10, 19,
Look out.
22, 18, 25. Before that, before Atlanta, we got 5, 20, 11, 8, 7, 8. That tells you at that point when the trend started. So looking at that, that tells me when Dak comes back next year, when Dak comes back next year, throw that ball, man. Like, that's just it. You know what I mean? That's just it,
But
man.
you ain't factoring in.
Yeah, it's just good.
I
man.
agree
Like,
with y'all on that,
just
but
throw
you're
it
not
ball, man.
factoring in that if you're getting down by a bunch of scores, he's just gonna abandon the run. Period.
True. Absolutely.
I mean, but 7,
So
8.
it ain't like you in a
Absolutely.
close game and he's doing that only 5 carries,
You
just
should have
throwing.
7 in the first. I believe
Against
7 in the first
San
quarter.
Fran, we didn't
What
get
game
down
is
like
San
that,
Fran?
and we
That's what I
didn't
was
run
getting ready to say.
it. We didn't run it
That's
like
why
that.
I
We
was ready to say
could have
San Fran.
ran
But
it.
it got to a point where like 2 scores it seems like you
wasn't
down
running
an
it when it
entire.
got to that,
But
man.
it was still second quarter.
Yeah.
I know, I agree with
He
y'all, but I'm
abandoned
just
that
saying
early.
to him in his mind,
I'm with you. I'm
them
with
2
you.
scores might
I'm
feel
with you.
like you down 4 scores.
Yeah, he gets panicky.
Yeah.
Yeah. He gets shaky down nuts. He gets.
But yeah, I agree with y'all to a certain
play against
extent,
him,
man. But man, I just give Rico
that-
the ball, man. Shit.
Rico didn't play against San Fran, but even still, you still run the ball.
Yeah, that's when he set out. That's
Yeah.
when the fake sickness.
Yeah.
The fake seasons of Zeke, yep. I remember that.
Yeah, the fake sickness.
But that just tells you, man, like, he's going 7, 8. There's no way your running back should have 7, even if you're splitting it. With him being the premier back, you knew what you knew now at the beginning of the season. I was wrong. I said Zeke was going to be
glad
the
you
man.
admit it, man.
Yeah, I was wrong, bro. I was living on nostalgia, bro. You know, that's what Cowboy fans do.
I mean, it started.
Shout out to my man.
That's what we do, man. It's nostalgia,
Yeah, man, coming
Yeah.
in,
You know what I mean? Like, I wanted
being
to see-
solid, like
Yeah.
how you supposed to
I wanted
be
to see
in
he start
right
growing.
now.
But
That's all I was asking for from Zeke was
mean,
to just
I
do
wanted
what
him
he's
to be
doing
great.
now.
I want him to be great. Yeah, man. Just be
Yeah,
there.
but don't fumble on the goal line against Philly no more.
Right.
That left a bad taste.
Yeah, we're going to throw a ball when Dak come back, man. So, Rico, get it in now, bro. Get it in now. And hopefully you take a good contract when it's time.
But at the same time, man, I'm hoping that with this we can see the formula and change. Before we went live, I just said change is good for a man.
Yeah.
McCarthy, it ain't too late. Change it up, man. Play for defense, run the ball, let Dak do his little thing, and do the same game plan. The last time, it wasn't you calling plays. It was old dude in Philly now. But the same thing when Coop was playing last time. They changed the game plan up. Do that for Dak. Protect him. Quit, man. They don't want him to go out here and win the game, and he
That's a
loses.
contradiction.
Who running
That's
that
a
Jones,
contradiction.
Arkansas, Texas coach offense?
Yeah, for real.
But for Jerry,
So y'all sound like he's back.
Nah, dog.
Sound like who's back?
Y'all just saying for these next 3.
I'm saying he's back.
Oh, I think he's back.
He's back.
I think he's back.
He's back. Rico?
That's sick.
Nah, I ain't saying Ray. I'm saying McCarthy.
Oh, I think he's back too.
I think he's back. He back
That's
to
the thought of it. I've been
he's
trying to
back.
accept
He
it.
back. I ain't accepting it, but you ain't got no choice.
He's
Put your
back.
Jerry hat on and think about it real quick. He's
so
back.
You ain't
He's
heard
back.
nothing about it. There's no
still though. Like
There's no
it's
talk bad
wild.
about him. Like, so there's
He's
no
back.
who's talking. You haven't heard anything from management about talking bad about Mike McCarthy. It's the fans, and this year is like Rick said. There's some episodes back. It's Jerry. So I picked up on something that Rick said. The Wizard of Oz, man. We said it was Don King, but now the Wizard of Oz is it, man, because the game that he runs to create, okay, so there's a quote that says the way you put out a small fire to start a bigger one. You know what I mean? Like he's a master fire starter. You know what I mean? So when you thinking about this over here, let me start this over here to get this. And when you think about this, I'm gonna move this around over here, and I'm okay with it because I'm making bread. Yeah. And the fans are still spending money, so I can continue moving. Little fires here and there, man, and to where I can bring back McCarthy, take the eyes off him, put it on me. I can put my bad dealings, and we ain't got no money on having to sign these guys. He's a master manipulator, man. And I guess you have to be where he is in life with that franchise and the way that he's, brought it up. I get it, because ain't nobody that high with their hands clean. You know what I mean? He's manipulating some people. It just is what it is. But you're not getting us no more, Jerry, man. I done took the glasses off. I can see. You know what I mean? Like, I see your shit, bro. Like, I'm done with you, man. You can't do it with us no more, man.
So speaking of the Joneses and Stephen Jones, there was some controversy about Micah still being, in the all-season trading block or whatever. I mean, how y'all feel about, that whole situation going on with Micah?
I'm gonna worry.
Who said it? This is my first time hearing it. I ain't up to speed on it.
They was trying to put it out there.
Is that what the Joneses putting out?
No, it was trying to put it out there, but
it was a quote from Steven, though. But I guess it was like some kind of misunderstanding of, you know how they do with words and shit. See,
so they telling me Micah is on the trading block?
No.
He's available if a team come with a great offer?
nah, nothing like that. They said they won't sign him and all that. He's saying, but he trying to pad talk.
Yeah, so the Cowboys, they were just saying
Mm-hmm.
Cowboys defensive end Micah Parsons was asked about on NFL Network a report from them that the Cowboys haven't ruled out trading him in the offseason. So Micah was like, I understand how that business side goes. There are no hard feelings in this business, whether I'm here or anywhere else. So, so basically he had to address that report that was put out by the NFL Network.
So if you had to save money, you trading Micah or you releasing Trevon?
I want both.
Now, if you saving money,
You
hypothetically speaking, if you saving money,
If you
one
do
can
either,
save money
if
and
you
it
do
can help.
either or the other, the other one you gonna lose the other player
gonna
because they on their
trade.
little podcast together.
You gonna trade or get
You
rid of
can't- you don't know.
anybody?
You don't
Let it
know,
be
yeah.
turnstile.
Absolutely, absolutely,
Yeah, I'm in agreement.
absolutely,
I'm 100%
It's like a
agreement,
post-June cut,
man.
You get a little like 14 million,
absolutely
something
for
cool like
a bag of Doritos and 2 Uncrustables.
Man.
But
We
if,
got
Grippos.
depth.
Well, Grippos from Mantel.
if both of those,
We can put.
if both of those guys aren't on the team, you might as well with a tank. You might as well just should have tanked this year. I mean, if you're gonna turn around and Diggs and Parsons won't be on the team next year,
One if for Micah
you should have
brings,
just tanked.
one if for Micah brings Travis.
That's what I was gonna say.
It
So you're gonna
it
you're
better
gonna
be a
benefit
Herschel
more
Walker
from
deal.
Micah trade than you will from a Diggs
Yeah,
release.
one if for Micah brings Travis
You'll benefit
and
more from a Micah
Genty.
trade than you would a Diggs release.
Still a rebuild. I mean, it's still a
I'm
tank.
just
I mean,
saying,
it's
we're already
rebuild.
rebuilding. We already
That's
rebuild.
That's a big hurt.
If you're in a
I
salary,
mean,
What-
you got
what-
Sam Williams
what's the
coming back. You
difference?
got
Did you see how the
Marshawn
What's the
defense look
Ely.
without
difference
him?
from rebuilding than having supposedly good talent and losing shit? I mean, give me the
Or you
rebuild.
replace him with the young Micah, Travis and the young Micah, Abdul.
That'd be
get rid of,
gone way.
like-
That'd be gone way before we even think about
What we were
that.
talking about with the Herschel Walker deal.
you could definitely get one for Micah right now. For the right team,
It's 2025. These
Only-
GMs
Yeah,
got
they-
paid.
You can't get two.
The only people who's got everybody else got GMs are us.
Jerry ain't that same Jerry. He ain't willing dealing no more,
though.
though.
Jerry making no deal. That's the same one.
Everybody got GMs but us.
Trey Lance got fleeced on that. Like, nah, just Jerry.
Mingo with no
block
catches.
Mingo with no
catches for a
against his
fourth
old
round.
team.
Zero.
Yeah,
what?
Nothing.
For what,
They didn't
dog?
try to go to him. Like, look, we ain't
Good.
even in the blowout. Look, we can't even.
What was
play
the
with
point
you.
of it? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, what you gonna do with the
Maybe
I
money?
told
that's
you what
what-
the point of it was.
Ball?
Jerry was under the more heat than he had ever been on coming to the trade
did
deadline, and he was
something
going to do something very drastic and silly.
Yeah,
And
you
he
said
did
that.
something
It's
drastic,
on
and
wax.
You said that.
It-
He
it's
did
on
something
wax.
drastic and silly, but at the
And-
same
And
time,
maybe
what was the point of it?
this is the player that OG was speaking of earlier that needed some more time. A Mingo.
Mingo, dog. Like, what is the point, dog?
That was crazy.
You gave up a fourth rounder.
Hey, Mingo, slap yourself with a glizzy, man. Give us our fourth rounder back.
Fourth rounder.
Mingo, Trey Lance.
I think so bad for him. He probably didn't even see it coming anyway. So, you know what I mean? You can't even get mad at him. He didn't do
Yeah, he
nothing,
was
man.
surprised too.
He's surprised he's
What?
worth
A
a
fourth?
four.
Yeah, I got a fourth. You stupid.
Oh, he was more than surprised. He was probably ecstatic to get out of there.
You gotta go to Dallas, yeah.
He
but
wasn't
nah.
even getting in, and all of a sudden he come to Dallas and start running plays.
Still ain't producing.
I'm just saying. Why
still ain't got
why
in.
Why ain't getting in
Still
the
ain't
game?
getting in. He's
I
still
guess if
tripping.
you just traded, you have no choice, but he shouldn't even be in the
targets.
game.
No targets, dog. But that's behind Jalen Brooks.
You just kept Tobin, Brooks, and all them. You ain't getting
Get
no
JT, get your touchdown, man.
Yeah,
I know they hating on you,
yeah.
JT, but you got your touchdown.
Yeah, you got Florida.
He got one tutty,
Yeah, I'm just saying.
one reception for 11
He ain't no
yards.
better than him when you bring him in there. for.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And Zeke had the same amount of reception yards.
He ain't get no tutty.
I mean, like
He ain't get
what,
the
like,
tutty,
like,
though.
Like,
He ain't
what,
get the
what
tutty.
reason?
But
would
shit,
you
anybody
bring-
can get a
this-
tutty these
Like, what
days.
reason would you bring Mingo in? Like with the receivers we have that we can already develop. Like, why? He's no better than him.
Right.
I mean, that was
That
That
was
was not smart.
super dumb.
see now.
Y'all sat in that office, McClay, Joneses, y'all sat in there, and your daughter too, Charlotte, y'all sat in there looking silly and let him do that shit. Didn't
Yeah, he done put Charlotte in it and everything,
He
man.
was trying to
Damn.
grab a quarterback.
He done put Charlotte in it and
He don't sit there
everything,
like,
man. We
"Nah,
done
Hey,
dropped.
man,
shit,
it's just a
man.
matter of time for the grandson.
That's why I
to
love
GM.
Jerry Jr.
It's a
He
matter of
don't
time.
he be low. He don't want to be in
It's a
nothing.
matter
He
of time
don't-
for the grandson part of the decision-making
They
process.
put Charlotte in
He's
it.
trash,
She
too.
got to go. She's with the relation. She got to get.
Man, it could have been. My thing is that when you see it again, man, you gotta look behind it, man. What was going on? He did. Well, what if this is all a big plan, man? Like, what if he's
What
Kaiser
is that?
Sose? Yeah, well, what if Jerry's Kaiser
What is
Sose,
the big
man?
plan?
And-
Well, they
yeah, what
said
are
it
you
was
doing,
a
man?
2-year plan.
Man, look, man, you did
I
that, and
don't
for what?
believe
Like,
that.
what was going on behind the scenes?
I'm just
man?
saying what they said it
Yeah,
was.
I know.
Wise
I'm
man
just
told me
saying,
that
like, what
before.
is the 30-year plan?
If it don't make sense, it's about dollars and cents, man. So
What is the 30?
watch the money, man. Watch the
Like,
money,
it's been
man.
going on longer. People house done paid off since then, man. What are you doing?
If it don't make sense, dollars and cents, man.
I
That's what
watched
it's
it,
about. He didn't did something, man.
In the
Jerry did
Giants
something.
game, you know, they had the brown paper bags.
Who, the Giants?
Giants, we suck. Written
I
on.
mean, we had some brown paper bags this season too. So
We ain't bad enough.
Me,
We ain't bad
I
enough.
was
Gotta have enough of them though.
We ain't bad enough.
Wait till they get out.
Me,
you
I
know
was
the
holding it
Giants
up.
and the Giants is still one of them top 10 most valuable franchises too.
Right,
That's New York.
Because New York
right.
shit.
It's not for real.
Wait
That's-
till they get out
And
here
they gonna have
Cooper
Shador.
Rush throw it about 55 times
they gonna
against Tampa Bay.
And they gonna have Shador.
And then they did that rollout, made
With the
that
rook.
Jalen
They-
Brooks touchdown pass. Oh, they were let him hurt out.
Yeah, this is
He had three
yeah.
touchdowns. Yeah, he got green like this
There
game.
you go.
He got green like this game.
At home, too.
Yeah.
Who?
Cooper Rush.
Ah,
He
yeah,
got
yeah,
green
yeah,
like
yeah,
Take the
yeah.
over
He did that
22.
rollout touchdown pass.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
yeah.
Then he did that one that CeeDee Lamb made look good.
Yeah.
man.
And then he almost tore CD shoulder up at that terrible.
Ah, hell yeah.
Hey, so what
That
you
was
think
a
is
hit.
over and under
Well, he
attempts
get
gonna be this week? 22.
I bet it's gonna be close to
He gonna get-
50 over and over
too.
for the
Rico's
game.
right get his carries.
Where's the pass attempts?
He gonna get 18.
Bruh, if he throw it 50 times,
I think 50
No.
pass attempts
No.
is
Bro, if we
coming.
throw it
I'm
50
talking
times,
score.
bro, somebody.
He's
I'm talking
44.
score. I think
how
it's
many
gonna be
44?
because
You
Tampa
think
Bay.
they gonna put up
So
50
he
on us?
only threw
No, I mean,
29
you
this
got-
That's what I was
past
about to
game.
say. I wanted to ask how many
Over.
things. So how many you
Over.
think? How many attempts you think he had this week with Rico rushing?
25 to 30.
I was
It's
gonna say
Tampa Bay.
25.
But that's
No,
cool
No,
though.
last week, this
this
weekend with
week.
Rico
I'm saying
running. how many-
25. I'm saying
you think he-
25.
You think he had 25 to 30?
Yeah.
I'm around
Okay,
25.
so he had 29 this week. And so my thing is that even with that, he's still throwing the ball.
But that's because
damn near
they're-
30 times.
But
Because their offense
but
was in there, and we kept getting the ball back. You're not gonna get 4 turnovers, first of all,
yeah.
against Tampa Bay, and then second of all, their offense is high powered. They're gonna get. They just put a 40 on the number one high scoring. I mean, on the
Defense
best
in the
scoring
But
defense
we
in the
but
league.
we but we but
Rico ran the
we
ball 25
we
times.
held Cincinnati, man. And they high powered. So why not?
We might, but we might not.
And check 1-2, 211 rushing yards to 199 passing. We outgained last week.
Against the Panthers?
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
Against the Panthers?
I'm
I mean,
with that.
we had 20.
We was winning. We
on
should
the
have been.
road.
25. We had 25 rushes.
We played different on the road.
25 rushes.
We was winning by double
We
digits
trying
most of the game.
to open the roof and make it seem like we on the road at home, but it ain't working.
But it wasn't just 25 yards rushing. You right, Steve. It was Zeke with 9. So what's that? That's 34. Coop had 4. He had 4, and Terp had 2.
Plus that one with Turp. I said, "Oh, look at him running in between the tackles." Okay.
I think
So he
it's
could
a
be getting
little-
creative now. I was like, "Wow, well, you doing
think
this
it's
shit now,
slightly
man?
different.
You getting healthy.
Now, that's annoying, man.
I think it's slightly different. It's slightly
defense
different. I think
different
when you
now.
got a
Dumb as hell,
stud,
dog. Dumb as
when you
hell.
got a stud to throw the ball to, like the Bengals and Chase, like that's what makes Tampa's passing game so effective. That Mike Evans effect, and you gotta really be in check for Mike Evans and really keep guys over the top. He runs like a deer still, but with that they spread you, and these backs come out of the backfield to catch the ball. That's why they throw the ball so much. He checks down and hits you with these backs and these backs out of the backfield, and they spread you out and then they spread you with Otten and Evans, and they hit you with these backs. And everything is fast.
Yeah, and this is the preview to the preview.
Yeah.
This is the preview to the preview. But shout out to CeeDee Lamb, man, for he's the second he's second the first in the first 5 seasons to have he got 489 career receptions. That's second to Michael Thomas, who has 510.
Slant boy.
Yeah, so he just needs 22 more receptions to get number 1. And also, CD, man, we appreciate you for fighting through. We know you banged up, man. He's got 1,089 total yards, and if he get, I think his last year he had 1,749, but his second most was 1,359. So if he can chase that 1359 down, being injured, man, I salute him, man.
If he can get the 1359 with the upcoming schedule we got, I salute you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like when you look at that, do you feel like I know we've talked about this before, but the effort that he's giving now is so respectable because you could check out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you look at other teams and other players, shout out to a team out west that got players walking off the field.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
I respect that, CD, man. I know you got paid, and it's easy to get paid in the season that you haven't.
Yeah, that's a good point.
To quit. You know what I mean? To quit.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
because you got, I'm not saying you have every reason to, you have every reason to fight, but you also have an excuse to say I'm injured or whatever it may be, man, and you still going out there, even when not getting no targets, cause like how he did that back into that Cincinnati game.
True.
You still out there giving your all after the team goes away from you for 3 quarters. You know what I mean?
For too long.
Yeah. But it was for 3 quarters because it was 2 quarters. It was that's why we lost. So when you look at that, it's very commendable, man. I shout out to him, man.
Ditto, and to piggyback on that, I was gonna I shout out to him anyway based off what he's done. I think he's been pretty much what's been carrying us on offense. I mean, for whatever, our 7 wins, he's been the carry.
Rico ain't been scoring.
Yeah, but
CD's been scoring,
Rico's been
Been putting us in position, though.
Putting us in position,
Yeah, putting us in position, man. Putting us in position. Well, shit, man. Hey, I mean, it's the Cowboys. Bucks coming up, but shit, I don't know, man. What else y'all got, man?
That's a rough little gauntlet right there. These last 3 games. I really want to see how we end the season, man. What we gonna do? Are we manning up? Are we folding up? Because you got 3 playoff teams coming. What we gonna do? I'm a little nervous with the Tampa Bay game because just the way we play at home. If we was playing Tampa Bay in Tampa, I would say we was a great beat them. I'm a little nervous with at home.
So
what is that about though? Why are we weak at home this year? Have we been dominant for the last 2 years, and this year we?
I don't know, man. It's the
Mindset.
Too many fans show up to work late. I guess.
Preparation, man.
Mindset.
Late,
Yeah, but
when you go out of town,
year in,
you
year
there
out.
earlier. You together.
You can't say we can't say the fans because we Cowboys. We sell out everywhere. We're selling out your
It's a party,
stadium
man.
wherever we go.
It's a party, man.
Wherever
It's a coach,
we
man.
at, we take
He's
over.
got a lot of issues with having us
true.
prepared, man. That's just what it is. He's never had us prepared to go to war. So it's always going to be inconsistency on how we start games. Just what happened this year is at home. Whatever the distraction is, he's letting it be. He's not addressing it.
Cowboy fans, man, like our franchise is like Carnival Cruises. You know what I mean? It's a party, man. It's fun. That's just what we do. You know what I mean? We always go sell out. We always go show up. You know what I
So
mean?
why we playing
That's
better?
just what we do.
Why we
dog.
playing better on the road doing that?
I don't
Less
know, dog.
distractions.
I don't know what it is. We can
distractions.
think of a
That's all
million.
Family not there. You're not coming to work. You know, when you're at home, you get up, you show up in the locker room late.
You got the real fans
You know,
on the
you walk
road.
in whenever you
I was just
We
going
can
to
think
say,
about it.
I was
We
going to
can
say you
definitely go.
having more fans on the road than you do on your home field right now.
You got all the corporate sponsors
not they
in
can
there.
come in your locker room
Letting
and
they
walk,
peoples
got
come
access
visit and
to
using
come
their
through
tickets.
and walk through and do whatever they want. And you can bring your family in with you and, you know, jack around and play around instead of being into the film. Like if you were, you know, in a hotel, if you were on the road, you know.
It's just a funny feeling in my stomach of picking the winners of games and it's deciding if we're playing on the road rather than being at home. That's just backwards to me. That's backwards.
How y'all feel?
But what is this team? Like, I mean, honestly, what is the team? Like, it doesn't have identity anyway. So at the same time, if it's just win, it's just win no matter where we win. Like, to say we play better at home, this team's
where I'm
really
at
not.
with it. I
But
just
this
wanna
team's
win.
not this.
I don't
We're
care where
really
we
not
at,
that
win.
great. So it's like, do you expect to win at home more than like the team is still the team at this point?
I want to win
It's just
everywhere.
we're bad on the road and at home, but it's just worse because of our past at home. How we didn't lose a game for 13, 14 straight or whatever it may have been. So we have the expectation of being better at home, but this team is just bad this year.
It is.
all around. So it's like, hey, you know, we lose at home. What's the difference between losing on the road at this point?
Who was the
So
player
I-
of the game last game? Go ahead, Dre. My bad.
Rico.
Nah, you got it.
Who was the player of the game last game? Offense, defense.
Rico.
Who on defense?
Osi.
Yeah, also. Yeah,
I got
also.
both.
I like Carl Lawson too, man. I think he
Carl
balled a
Lawson's in
little bit.
He said Parsons with the 2 sacks.
Yeah, Parsons. That's good.
I got OC and so you saying Rico
You can
with
go
his 100?
Rico. You can go
It's 3 straight
CD.
games.
What
I
about
give it to
CD
you.
with his 100 though?
Yeah.
I mean, I
100 and a
appreciate
tut.
that.
And a
But
tutty.
I'm
And
gonna
that's
give.
another thing.
gonna
Speaking
give-
of CD, though, another shout out, another accolade he accomplished. You know, being the second receiver in Cowboy history to record over for 1,000 receptions in 4 straight seasons, next to Michael Irvin.
Swerving
Yeah.
Irvin.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
impressive.
So what's our
88 club shot, man.
what's our thought process of Zim and how the defense has been performing these last few games
Can you give an
as
honest
they're getting
evaluation?
healthy?
Can you give an honest evaluation with this season of Zim?
With Zim, what I like how the line plays. I like that he schemed up a way to put a halt on the run. This season, he definitely has stepped that part of the game up, which is needed.
They only had 60 yards this past game.
Yeah, I wish he would put more. He would make the corners play more man coverage. You know, force them to be aggressive. But I like the way he really got our front 7 playing, man, and he's pieced it together because he didn't have no help. He didn't get nothing from the Joneses, so he was running what he got. And once a couple guys got healthy, it improved.
So does this season have an asterisk?
I know asterisk. What asterisk for what?
I mean, do you give him a little? You stall him out this year because of circumstance?
Man,
So you stall him out.
Nah, I don't stall him out.
So you can give him an honest evaluation this year?
Replace him.
Already?
You ask me what?
I mean, if
I'm
McCarthy
just
go,
asking.
if
I mean,
McCarthy
I
go,
don't know.
he got to go though, right?
If McCarthy
Boy,
go, he
like-
got to go.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Boy,
saying.
like
So
he-
like,
If McCarthy go, he has to go. If McCarthy stay, he still got to go.
has the defense been that bad with injuries and everything? The defense has really been that historically bad where you find
Yes.
man
We was at the bottom three of the major three categories.
I agree with his first year.
You
Fired him in at the first year.
That's why he got to go too.
Fired, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Man, we
Still
bottom
like
in
that.
red
I
zone
think
defense. We
stepped
bottom
up.
against the pass. We was
Defense
bottom
stepped
against the
up, but
run. We
offense
was
is still terrible.
I
nah.
know shit flows downhill, man, but geez, start at the top, man. You got to knock heads off first.
Nah, man. Nah.
Let the heads roll and everything else go with it, man. Like, nah, man. If you got, like you said, if you get let Zim go, you got to let McCarthy go. Because
Good.
historically,
Good.
McCarthy, but we know it's not going to happen.
Good.
We keeping McCarthy, Rick, though.
Man, you asked me what I want. I want both
want
of them to
both
go.
of them gone.
I want both of them gone, man.
Boy, man,
Like
rookie Lil foul, man. I give him his credit. Man.
we're at the
They
bottom.
found
Murs.
He
We're
showed
bottom
up, man.
statistically in
Yeah, Murs
offense.
look
We're
better,
bottom statistically defense. They gotta go. Get some change
And
in.
they wanted to talk about
Change the
him,
culture.
man, and he showed love to Overshown, man, and I appreciated that. I see, at linebacker room got love in it, man. They ride.
When Kendrick, you
Right,
see Kendrick's
yeah.
when Demo got, man,
Yeah,
you can tell you.
Yeah, Kendrick mess with them. They tight knit, man.
But you can
They
tell
be
respect that
crashing out
effort.
together.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can tell respect that effort, man,
Yeah.
because the way it's hard not to respect Demo.
Yeah.
It's
Ah,
real
yeah.
hard not to respect Demo
Yeah.
in the way that
he
he
play
play, man.
hard.
That's
so
right.
you feel bad for a player like that, man, who's out there flying around, who already had the injury. You come back, you're showing your worth, you're showing what you can be, all of that potential, and then boom, it happened again, and maybe worse. And you know you're gonna sit out again, man. You can't help but to feel bad for the guy, man. You can't help
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Fight,
man.
fight, get back, man.
He'll be back, man.
I was great saying he
Still
come back.
cheering on.
But them ACL injuries ain't no joke, man.
In 2 years.
I'm just saying, does he come back? We're talking about the.
Yes.
the
You let
whole-
him, yeah. You see what he got out there,
Well,
man.
I'm
You
just
let
saying,
him.
you were talking about the whole Digg situation and him not being back for his injury. This is the second big time injury for D-Mo. Does he come back? This is big time, man.
You let him
not
walk
play.
out. You
But
see
he's
what
still
he got.
under his
His
he's still on his
contract ain't
rookie
the same.
contract
Yeah.
though.
His contract ain't the same.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, but you seen what you got in
Man,
that.
let him get healthy.
seen
let
what
him
you
do
got
his
in
thing,
Diggs.
let him bounce
But have we
back
seen the
again.
best of Diggs?
Absolutely.
We
Okay,
might
so we've already
have.
seen the best of Diggs. I don't believe we've seen the best of Demo.
Nah.
Hey, it's not even started. I'm asking.
With
I
these
don't
two,
know.
with these two major injuries, you might not.
Man.
You might not see
not
that.
get it. You might not get
You
the
might
best
have
of
seen
him.
the best of them with these two.
You might have, yeah.
Demo. I don't know. I
It's
think
possible.
he seems like the type of player because he came back off the injury doing what he's doing now.
Good
I don't
thing
see him
is-
slowing down when
But
he
then
comes
you
back.
add on a worse one.
Good thing-
So I don't see, but with that
but-
type of effort and the type of
good thing
tenacity he
is-
plays,
No,
but he's gonna do it
Man,
again.
but it's amazing.
The
You
good
don't
thing,
know.
the good
He's
thing
gonna
is
crash out.
about
He's
his
gonna crash out,
game,
bro.
You gamble.
he reads
gonna
and
gamble. He's a
reacts.
gambler. You can tell
It
when
ain't
he
all
plays.
just athleticism. He really reads and reacts.
Yeah,
He
that's
sees
true.
it and
Yeah.
attacks it.
Well, you can tell the way he
just
plays.
So happen to be fast.
An injury is not gonna
So
slow him
we're gonna
down.
see. It's just all mental.
But that
man.
speed is a big part of
Yeah, it helps.
what makes
It helps.
him who he is.
It helps, but shit.
He don't seem like that player's gonna lose.
I'm not saying he can't
injured
lose.
again. He's
I'm
not
not saying he
injured.
can't
Yes, he
lose
can lose
anything
his-
else.
yes,
but
you can
that's-
lose it.
I see.
That's huge.
He seems like the type of player that's gonna keep his speed. And I'm saying
Why?
because his work ethic. His work ethic. Either it'll be another injury or he'll be back at full.
But-
It's not
but-
no halfway with that type of
But
player.
when you deal with those knees, you
Yeah,
you
bro.
might
He
lose speed.
He
That's
tore
a
some shit. It
possibility
ain't.
you
It
might
ain't.
lose speed.
It's some.
You can come. It wasn't a career-ending injury.
Correct.
That's all I'm saying. So
It
with
wasn't.
today's sports technology,
Correct.
with today's sports medicine, I don't see that type of player falling behind because of his work ethic and what the team is, what that franchise could be willing to put into that type of linebacker. That is a game-changing player.
bright
So
side, yeah.
the bright side is that his work ethic, the way that he plays football, lets me know that when his work ethic is going to allow him to come back and try to be that same
And that can
player.
still
It's
get
not
him
gonna
cheap.
It's not going to slow him down as far as the working. Now, if he slows down, it's because of his body. It's not going to because
Yeah.
he's scared. It's not because
his
you're scared
body.
to plant. It's not because you're scared to
No,
plant.
his
To see
body.
him come back off
Bro,
ACL,
but
this is
and
major
play-
injuries. This
play
ain't-
with that speed
this
that
is
he came
major
back
injuries.
with was impressive.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He didn't did it
This
once.
one
Why
is-
can't you do it again?
This one is worse than that one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
but it's
worse.
not. But it's not a Teddy
But the
Bridgewater.
good
It's not
thing
a
is
Alex
it's not a
Smith. It's not a
nerve
Dak
damage.
Prescott.
It's not no nerve
This ain't no.
damage.
Yeah, it's not a Dak Prescott. This injury is not
that's
unheard of in football. It's not a Dak Prescott. We seen Dak
Bro,
come
out
back off of broken fibula, if I'm right.
He done
And
tore his knee up 2 times out
I
of 2
get it,
years.
but this is a common nowadays. That injury.
not common to
is
do it in
not
2
an
years.
Achilles. It's not an Achilles.
It's not
I don't
common
look
to
at
do it
as
in
a-
2 years.
I get it. Yes, Derek.
And
Rose,
that
how-
and
how-
that
how long was
and
he?
the
He
way
didn't come back like that.
didn't
He
come
didn't
back
He
come
wasn't
back like
explosive. He wasn't coming back
explosive
booming
he
like that.
used to be.
in the first one. After the first one, he did.
After the second one.
Yeah,
After the second one, he slowed down a lot.
All I'm saying is that you can come back from these injuries a
You
lot
can
more.
come back.
You can come back now.
But you
He's
lose a
young.
little bit.
Nick Chubb came back. He's young, bro. Like he's not. He's
Chubb
not 31.
Chubb lost some.
Chubb doesn't look like the Chubb he used to
Chubb's
be
had
this
3
year.
of them, though, ain't he?
And he's
Chubb
out
had 3 of them?
again.
And
He
had
just
3 of
broke
them?
his
He's out
foot.
again. He's
He's
broke his
out
foot.
now.
But
Yeah,
Chubb
he's had
don't
3
look
of them,
like.
though, right? He's had them.
But
in
I'm saying when the first time he
three
tore his knee
seasons.
up, he came in the game.
He
tore
came
his
back.
second time he came
Completely
back.
up. True, but
He tore his knee, but he came back.
I
That
just
was
don't see
years
it.
ago.
when you do
ACL,
it twice,
ACL,
you start
PCL.
doing it 2 or 3 times, you're gonna start losing a little bit.
Yeah,
of,
no doubt. But I'm just
And
saying.
not only that, that's gonna work on your mental now. Now you're gonna have to change
I'm
it
not
up.
saying he
That's
can't
how
come
the-
back though.
We
I
never
do know
seen.
some
We
of
never
the
really
crash.
studied his speed
He
until
was,
this
until
year.
now that he
He's
did
coming
that
off
twice.
ACL injury.
That,
You know what I'm
that
saying?
wasn't a plan.
No, I'm not saying he
Somebody
can't
rolled
come
onto
back.
your shit,
you
bro.
know,
That wasn't a
but
plan.
if he
somebody
does come
rolled
back a
onto
step
him.
slow, don't be.
But somebody rolled onto him, bro.
don't
That wasn't a
be.
plant injury, bro.
Yeah.
Somebody rolled on him,
Yeah,
bro. That
rolled
wasn't
on
a
him.
plant injury. That's not mentally, when you do it off planting, that's going to change when you plant again.
Right.
That wasn't a plant
I
injury.
get
Somebody
it.
rolled onto him, bro.
Yeah.
Like, he'll come back and play the same exact way. Now, when
Man,
you...
I hope so, but I'm
Yeah,
not.
he'll
I'm
come
not.
back.
I'm
Down. I
not.
don't see him losing the type of player that he is. I don't see.
He been through that,
That's a
so I
crash
guess
out, bro. Like he's gonna go out there and go give you 100% all day.
Yeah, I
bro.
agree with Charlie on that.
I don't know.
I think it's a possibility, is what y'all saying,
Still be
but
faster than most. and
yeah, I
that's it.
think he gonna come back
And
straight.
Steve said it best. He'll be
He just
faster
needs
than
his
most.
time.
It's just gonna be a while. Yeah,
Sit him down and let him get right. Yeah,
Yeah.
sit him down, let him get right, man.
It's just gonna be a while.
Because if you
Yeah.
run
That's the key to recovery, man.
And to know that you got that
You
kind
have
of
to sit him
feeling.
down because he's gonna be trying to fight. He's gonna be doing his best to get on the field.
on the field.
You have to
That's
stand.
true.
He's gonna be on his own way to get back. Yeah, I think it's today.
Monday.
So again, he's like Trevon, can miss all next year. But speaking of players coming back, man, which one of these old heads y'all think gonna be back in uniform next season between D-Law, Zach Martin, and Cookie?
D-Law.
Zach, really appreciate you, big homie.
I think D-Law be back.
Possibly
Yeah, I think Cookie.
D-Law and Zach.
D-Law.
I think Cookie out of there.
But when y'all look at Zach, on the
It's
sideline,
up to
do he
Zach.
look like something, man? When I look at him on that sideline, man, I just don't see. I don't see. He don't look like a guy who want to come back, man. Like he looks comfortable on that sideline, man. With this injury, he
Zach.
didn't gave us done. He just
Before he got hurt, he already said it may be his last year.
Yeah, I remember
man.
that too.
See.
Yeah.
I guess it
I
would be
remember
up
that
to
too.
him. I think
It's
he's,
like- they'll
I
leave
think
up
he's a
to
Jerry boy.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah,
it's
yeah.
gonna kind of be.
He looked like a guy that go out on the field, man. Like at this point, though, when I look at him on the sideline last game and they showed him in that hoodie, I said, "Dog, he look like he's done, man. He don't seem like he really cares. I don't say he cares, but it's
So
just,
do you think who you
he's
think come
over.
back?
D-Law.
D-Law.
Because he seemed like the type to me that'll take less money to stay.
Yeah, D-Law's a warrior, man. D-Law's a warrior, bro. Like it's gonna take a lot to keep him off that field.
So why is
He's
he not on the field then? Now
I would say that
Taking his time, man.
he's right. Yeah, I
you
mean,
said
he
it's
might,
gonna take him a lot
Okay,
to
so
keep
I
him
give
off the
him the-
field. It ain't taking him much.
I give him the grace of
rush him back.
age. Yeah, I give him the grace of age. At this
Okay.
point, because if I don't have nothing to play with, you protect that older player. Just like you're not gonna rush Zach back. If Zach wants to come back, that's cool. Whatever it takes to get these older guys back on the field and be fully healthy, it's cool. You can't rush him back like you do these young guys. And you know this might be the last go around, so let him live, man. I'm okay with him sitting down because the season's lost. It's done. So just like John said earlier,
tank.
no, I'm saying just like John said earlier, man. With the rest of the players, though, what do you benefit from bringing him back for 3 games? That 3 games and then the season's over. What do you benefit? Those reps ain't that player. That
Momentum.
stature, nah, bro. That stature. The season's gonna be over. Where you gonna go on vacation?
But
You know, it's
momentum
like coming back
towards
the last
next
3 days
season.
before you go on your vacation.
Towards
That's
next season.
Nah, bro. He's a vet. That's why you sit vets before preseason. You sit the vets in the preseason. That's why you don't play Dak. You know what I mean? Because you don't need to, because they're veterans. You don't need to play these guys. So at this point, this is exactly what
They call
we're at
them,
that same
call them
point.
maintenance days. now.
Yeah, man, it's the same point as he's just DMPs, man. You know what I mean? They resting him at this point, man. He's sitting down. I wouldn't even play him. What are you gonna achieve at this point? There's no light at the end of that tunnel. Sit him down and let him
If
get
you
right.
plan on bringing him back, you sit him. But if you think you might lose him, leave him, and you're not going to pay him, put him out there, man.
Yeah.
You get him
And
out
it's
there.
sad, dog. You sit him out there bad came
man,
back
it's
from a
business,
sprain.
man.
Hey man, it's a
business.
rough game. Yeah, it is. But you know, what I mean, I think why not? D-Law should retire a Cowboy.
And McCarthy, man, you know, people been giving you all this praise. They want you to come back and you know, all the whatever, man. But I'm gonna continue to tell you this, man. From this past game, you need to go to the concession, grab you a glizzy, and slap yourself with that glizzy because 14 penalties for 99 yards deserves a slapping with the glizzy.
Man, he don't even look mad. Like,
first quarter was worse.
The same issues.
You know, the same issues that reflect leadership, he still has those issues.
These have been issues, though, since Wade Phillips. These have been issues since Jason Garrett. These have been issues since Mike McCarthy, though. Like,
He be having super.
The no discipline, the bad penalties have been there for a while, bro.
Like, back then, we had people doing silly shit like Andre Gerard and shit.
They was doing
Doug
silly
Free,
shit.
you know what I'm saying?
Doug Free was doing
and
silly
then Doug Free got whipped into shape.
That's
He
what
started
happened.
being nice. Mm-hmm.
That's what happened when you. That's what happened when you hire yes men. Because the yes men can't control the ranch. And so what happened when the Cowboys get mad, they run up to the owner of the ranch and complain. You know what I'm saying? For real. You know, yeah.
And I don't even think he knew he was a yes man. Though. I think it just kind of happened. Because he lied to him about even getting the job. All these analytics and all that rap. Remember he was talking all that loose rap, how he been studying the game.
Yeah,
got a
dumbass
new offensive
shit.
plan. And I'm an analytic. I got a team
Like
of
he's
analytics
cerebral like that.
Yeah, he
remember
get out
last
there,
year.
he don't know nothing about how to analyze a play and
I
nothing on
remember
the fly.
last year,
Like,
boy, I kept saying, boy, Aaron
mean,
Rodgers,
he's
he
just-
told us, didn't he?
Packers fans told us, dog. And you know what? I told Packers fans to kiss my ass when they told me about McCarthy, man. Like, and then they told me, I didn't
listen to
listen,
all that
man.
shit. I ain't
Hey,
getting
listen,
all
don't
that.
tell me about my
Tell
shit over here. This is food.
Right.
These my fries.
I was listening. I'm like,
That's what I put no ketchup on these fries, man. These is my
seemed like
fries.
something
dog. Like, leave
Jerry
me
would do
alone,
to
man.
Try to, be safe. When he was so happy, I said, yeah, he did get him on. He didn't lie to this man. He believed all this analytical stuff he said he would do. He's done nothing.
McCarthy didn't dupe Jerry, too.
He had this 2004 air raid attack. That's played out, man. Keep doing these hooks and comebacks, man. That is rap. You gotta have 3 number ones to do that stuff.
Just like Steve-O said, man, that's a wrap, man. Crew out. Cowboys Raw Uncut.